This is the Cash Considerations Podcast with three guys from Pittsburgh, Philly, and Boston talking sports. God help us all. This is the show. Take it away, Dave.
Welcome to the Cash Considerations Podcast. Today is Wednesday, October 26th, and we survived the sports equinox. We survived, pre-Halloween prep. We'll talk about maybe some candy and all that other stuff. We got so much going on in the sports world. And, of course, we got the World Series, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL. We might touch on some of it. We might not. We'll be here. We'll be there in Carl's Corner. And, of course, we'll take a minute all at the end. My name is Dave Sharapan, the Sportsbook Consigliere at Sportsbook Consigliere. The show, Cash Considerations. It's the Cash Considerations Podcast YouTube channel, or available wherever you get podcasts. Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It comes to you. You don't even have to come to us, but you should go to the YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. Watch us on there where you see my guys. They're here with me right now, as they are every single show. First, the executive producer of the show, the co-host of the show, also co-host over and back a lacrosse podcast, produces technical director at Wager Talk, and newly anointed baseball guy, Dan Alexander at Neuby Talks. What's up, Neuby?
Oh, we're feeling good, Dave. I'm going to start this show the same way we started 8 in the box. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, Dave. I can't believe, and I'll get into it in my take a minute, that I've been converted. It's a little look ahead. Baseball guys, I'm sorry, because I fucking get it now. I get it, and we'll talk about that later. Happy to be with you, boys. Let's get into it.
That's one. We got the other one here. He's Carl Hascall. He's at What's Up CH on the Twitter machine. He's the coordinating producer of the show, the social media manager of the show, the clip guy, and the email guy, cashconsidshow@gmail.com. CH, it's not the Red Sox, but come on, this baseball's incredible, is it not?
How are you? How you doing? I finally have reason to watch baseball. It took all year long. It took 3 rounds of playoffs. I finally have a rooting interest in the baseball. Let's go, Phils. Let's go.
That sounds good coming out of CH's mouth. I like that a lot.
Well, the last couple of weeks we've had Yanitsi on, and the kid's got a seat at the table, but apparently he couldn't get away from the MLB Network to join us today. But his ride ended with the Yankees as far as baseball goes, but it continued with the Jets, and he's not going to be able to be with us today. But we're thinking of you, Anthony. I told you. I mean, you got to come through with the tickets some way, one way or the other. Somebody's got to get us the tickets, because I might, be either in not Houston. I don't want to go to Houston. I want to go to Philadelphia.
Dave,
that's where I want to go.
I'll be honest with you. I've done everything short of standing on a street corner with like a sign that says, "We'll suck D for tickets," because I have exhausted every single outlet that I have. All these people that anytime you need a favor, ask me. Well, I've been calling in the favors, Dave. I'm like Geno Smith. I wrote them off, and these people ain't right back. This is absurd, man.
And nobody calls back.
Just to be clear, you haven't ruled out the possibility of standing on the street corner.
No, I haven't. You're correct, CH. Well, I said I haven't done it yet. I'm not ruling out the possibility. I have no shame. I want to get in that stadium.
Listen, Normie got seats. He discovered 4.
He had to mortgage his house, but he got seats.
Yeah, he got them, and he's in. So he'll be at Game 3 with little Nate, who was at the game on Friday, that day game. And the pictures, the stories, it's incredible. Dads create memories with their sons, moms, and daughters, everybody. You get caught up in it. There's nothing like the pennant run and the lead up to the World Series, and then hopefully it culminates in a win. We'll get to that in a second. What we're going to do today is pretty simple. Baseball. We might mention the notes are amazing. I don't even want to ruin it. We're going to touch on everything, but we're not going to stay on for long on certain things. Outstanding work. It's not a conundrum. It's definitely not a salutation. But every single week with these notes, it brings tremendous joy, CH, what you're doing with the notes. Good work. All right, before we start, all right, we made a bet 2 weeks ago that if, we didn't Celtics beat the Sixers, we wouldn't have the song. So their streak ended. The Tom Brady streak continued, and that was one thing. Every time we say Tom Brady, Neuby finds that button somewhere on that board and hits it. There it is.
Except when he forgets to.
Except when he forgets. That's okay. Tom Brady, that's why I said it twice. There you go. But we didn't have the song last week because the Celtics kicked the Sixers' ass. But we have to celebrate today because in addition to everything else that CH does behind the scenes on the show, he keeps track of little facts and figures and different things like that. And we have to celebrate that today is Neuby's 76th show. How would we celebrate that?
Oh, you know how we're celebrating, man. You can't keep us down for long. We got to win. It's the 76th show. The song is back. Eat your heart out. Oh, that feels good. I can't believe it's been 76 shows. Like, man, if I couldn't push these buttons, Dave, I would have been gone long before we got to 76.
No, but it helps. I'm not going to lie. It helps that you can
Hair's also a little bit better than the last producer as well. So,
that's for damn sure.
Everything works.
Shout out to the boys. Reynolds, you did a good job.
Reynolds.
But the kids, crack some eggs. What was that saying? You
can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, baby.
This is a 3-egg omelet here every single week right here on Cash Consideration. So, so we're celebrating that. Hopefully you're in your car or wherever you're at working out, listening to this, podcast or watching us on a YouTube. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That helps us out. We're up, shooting, past the dime as far as subscribers. We got things planned. We're just moving along, just going to get through the World Series into basketball and things like that. And then, maybe add, change, alter, but also show up every single week for you guys. So we really appreciate that. Let's just start with the baseball, boys. CH with the notes. First question. I'll throw it to you. Will the series ever start? That's a great question. Is this a complete fail on baseball's part to guarantee November baseball, CH?
What's going to happen one of these years is the games are going to be, they're not going to be in Boston anytime soon, but they're going to be in New York or Chicago, and it's going to snow, and they're going to have like 2 or 3 days where they're not going to be able to play baseball. And it's going to screw with everybody. I think when the Red Sox won in 2004, I think they played, it was the first series that went into November. And then it's only happened a couple of times. I think it's ridiculous that it goes this late, but I did like the wild card round. So you got to kind of take the good with the bad, right?
Good point.
The wild card round was great. It's the most fair it's been with a 3-game series, all in one park, so there's no travel. So we solved that problem. Now we just have to literally just play Sunday doubleheaders 5 times throughout the year. And you can shorten by a week, and we can finish this thing a lot sooner. I mean, you sacrifice 5 games. They won't take them off the schedule. So I understand that, but I mean, you still get the gate, you get double the food sales, double all that. I mean, whatever. And you might get more families to come at the park because it's expensive as hell to get in the building, at least for the playoffs and stuff. Noobs, you're caught up in it. You're there. You were down there. There weren't even games when you were down there for the Eagles game. But I mean, like, the city's caught up in it, is it not? And it's gonna be cold in the home games. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It might be cold, but it's always hot there down in Philadelphia. I mean, these people, and they're my people, so I can say it, are fucking nuts, dude. So how nuts are they? Yes. I saw on Twitter today that an adult movie site sent down 10 55-gallon drums of lube in anticipation of the Phillies potentially winning so they can grease the poles. Not with butter, not with Crisco, with high-grade, there's no other way to say it, sex lube. Is they sent pounding
Wow.
the drums because
That stuff
that's
heats
how
up.
crazy these people are. Yeah, it's wild, Dave. So they definitely have Philly fever. I think it's awesome to see because I have so many friends who, like, my number one team is the Birds, and I make no bones about it. Season ticket holder, I go to as many games as I possibly can.
Yes.
But I have friends who they live, sleep, breathe Phillies baseball, and they have had nothing for over a decade. My one buddy, he was at the game last weekend. Bryce Harper's homer lands 10 feet away from him.
Wow.
He was balling. He was there with his daughter and his wife and his dad. I mean, that's what it's about. And getting to have my city getting caught up in this stuff again, there's nothing like it. And then I think add on top of it, you have their soccer team that not many people care about is rolling. The Eagles are 6-0. It's a fun time to be around Philadelphia, and we haven't had many of these fun times, Dave. The Phillies, definitely at the top of the list right now. When you're able to beat out the Eagles on eyeballs and ears, you're doing something right in Philadelphia.
It's incredible. And it's weird because we kind of been talking about this team like this for a year, 2 years, like since Harper went. And
Streaky.
Yeah. And we've had the problems with the bullpen. It's painful sometimes to watch them catch a really easy ground ball. There's like defensively, our friend Jeff Dawson said they're like a Friday night softball team, but only worse.
Yeah.
They got, a couple of the guys in the middle can catch the ball, and the corner guys are really tough, and sometimes they catch fly balls and stuff, and they don't always throw to the right base. But God damn, when Hoskins hit that home run and slammed the bat down in the playoff game, and then, I mean, they were down 4-0 in Game 6, in the second to last game, they were down 4-0, and they went ahead. And then the Padres tied at 6-6, and Harper hit that hit. He said, "This is my fucking house." If you weren't in by then, you're in. Oh. And then they win the game Sunday. I'm in the books in Vegas, and it's one TV in the corner. I'm going nuts watching the baseball. The whole book is watching the football. They got the Raiders on, like anybody gives a shit about the Raiders and the football. They keep the sound on because it's a local team, and I'm aggravated. I'm like, can somebody please put the baseball on the sound? And then the last out, they got it. I was overjoyed. I had a little NL, pennant ticket on the Phillies. Got some Phillies futures. We got some things happening. Hedging back on the Astros. That's what I wanted to ask you guys. I mean, you see this price. CH has in the notes here. It's minus 195 plus 165. That's the numbers from DraftKings, right, CH? That's where you got them?
That was consensus.
So that's a consensus number.
Yeah.
The Phillies finished 19 games behind the Astros. And, I mean, it's a great question. I'll ask you first, CH. Did the Phillies have a chance?
Yeah, because you know what the Phillies have is they got Mo on their team right now. They got the big momentum.
Uncle Mo.
Right? And that is huge. That is huge at this time of year. They're going to have a huge advantage at home because, Houston plays in the warm weather. Philadelphia has been getting colder. There's going to be an advantage back up here. I might have a little sprinkle on the plus 165. Why not?
You can take some shots and stuff. Phillies in 5, Phillies in 6. Those are nice prices. And, the Phillies in 6 price is higher because they would have to win that game in Houston. And, I mean, speaking of Houston, Noobs, there's nobody really outside of Southern Texas that's rooting for the Astros. So not only do you have Philadelphia and the whole, basically, nationally, you got pretty much the whole country rooting for the Phillies. And it's kind of preordained. We talked to Yanitsi via the text, and, there's a whole show on the text chain now, which unfortunately couldn't get away and do. But, Anthony, we love you. Philly's got a chance, Noobs?
Here's the thing, Dave, is I'm not going to mush them. I'm not going to bet on them. I'm not going to do any of that because I said at the beginning, that I'm not going to ruin what has been an incredible run for Phillies fans. I'm hopping on the bandwagon now, and I've been hopping on the bandwagon since they won one game in the wild card round. But I think you're kidding yourself if you don't think that the Phils at least have a chance, because dude, I haven't seen any of the squares, the rhombuses, the whatevers.
Yeah.
Like everybody's on the Astros. Everybody's giving the Phils no chance. And why would they? Like, let's be real, this Astros team is like a juggernaut. Like, they are a calculated machine of death. And I saw this one tweet alluding to that. Just that is that this Astros team is so incredibly good, no one would even think to challenge them. But the Phillies are the baseball version personified of that sign can't slow me down because I can't read as a baseball team. I mean, it's true. It's 100% true. They're like a golden retriever in a dog park. They're not supposed to be there. They're dopping around, dropping balls at first base. I think they're live. I think it all comes down to, can they steal one of those games when they have either Nola or Wheeler on the mound? That's what if they don't win one of those games, you're probably looking at Astros in 5. Maybe they get one back at home.
Right.
If they can steal one of those games, man, I'll tell you what, that any ticket that you have on the Phillies is live. And for all the people who aren't giving them any chance, I will drop a stat that I got from my guy Boop Stats on Twitter.
Ooh,
I know you
Boop
love
Stats.
these, CH.
Look
So
at that.
each of the last 4 teams who entered the World Series, without a postseason loss, all 4 of them losers. You had the Royals do it most recently. They were 8-0 heading on into the World Series, lost. 2007 Rockies 7-0, lost. 1990 A's 4-0, lost. 1988 A's 4-0, lost. So not really battle tested. When they played one real good pitcher in the Mariners, that's the game that we saw this team struggle. You're going to have 2 good pitchers that they haven't seen just yet in games 1 and 2. That's where they got to pick up some steam, Dave.
I can't believe it. And Normie gave me this one. After Sunday, he said the last calendar month, the Phillies are 12-10. They're 12-10.
Dude, when Rob Thompson took over, they were 22-29, and they're in the world. Like, it just
doesn't
to be
make
said about getting hot at the right time.
It just doesn't make any sense, which means it makes perfect sense. And for sure, it's live. So I can't wait. We'll be watching. We'll be talking. And, Neuby, you're on high alert, because if I text you and say, come pick me up at the airport,
I'm there.
You'll know why. I know.
I'm there. I'm there. I'll be the guy with the sign that says "We'll suck dick for tickets." That'll be.
You won't need to. Don't bring the sign. You don't have to bring the sign. I don't want you holding that sign when you pick me up, please. And I walk off the plane, and now they look at all of us together. Hey, yeah, we're here. We walk out on arm in arm. If you do that, bring Robert, our audio.
All right, deal. I'll bring Jake.
He'll shoot it. Yeah. All right, bring him too. All right, that's it for the baseball talk. NHL. We'll get to after the World Series. That's it. We got nothing there. NBA quickly. The Sixers are 1-3, and CH posed a great question in the notes, and I'll address it first. How long until Harden has to be traded? What, by Christmas? By Christmas, is this shit gonna go bad? And it's seriously, that's a great question.
He looks good though, Harden.
He does look good, Noob. But what's the problem? They're 1-3, and they get a couple games they lost. They look like shit.
Embiid's doing his same thing where he comes into the season not really in shape. He was kind of nursing an injury. I also think, dude, it's just this team doesn't like Doc Rivers. I think that's absurdly. I mean, it's insanely obvious to me that there's a disconnect between the guy running the team and the players on the team. I think it's NBA. They're going to end up being fine. I said it on the last episode. I saw all I need to see. I don't think they're constructed enough to win a championship, but hey, at least they got Ben Simmons off the team, who has more fouls than he has points this season. I was looking at player props today. His point total's 8.5, Dave. 8.5.
I mean,
what
he can't
a fall
shoot
from grace.
He can't shoot. He's getting kicked out of games, fouling. I mean, it's a mess. Whatever. Brooklyn. Speaking of Brooklyn, CH. I mean, we've talked last week about Giselle being a witch, and the powers that be, and the fingers, the magic fingers. We're not talking about Carl's Corner right now. We're talking about the hashtags, okay? The hashtag. All right. The Lakers and Nets are 1-5 combined. What is your reaction to that right now, sir?
That's too bad.
That's a shame. He wrote on the notes. That's a shame. And I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, the Lakers are a fucking mess. Sorry, Nelly Buckets. The Dodgers lost. Okay, that's one thing. And all you Laker fans, accept the reality of the situation. LeBron can do what LeBron does still, and it's amazing. He's an unbelievable basketball player, but that team is so badly constructed. It's the third game. When we're recording tonight on Wednesday, they're playing at Denver. Russ isn't playing. All of a sudden, he got an issue with his hamstring. So, yeah, well, he's in big trouble. That's a big – I mean, the Lakers are one thing. I mean,
if Russell's on the not on the floor, I think that's a net positive, isn't it?
So is it? That's right.
It has to.
Addition by subtraction.
But there's nobody playing any defense on that team. No. That's the Lakers are right now. They're an overplay every single game as the numbers start to get adjusted. And we'll move on to the next step. But I mean, look at the totals in the NBA right now, guys. Like the Memphis Grizzlies are an over team. The numbers are going up. But there's certain teams that are just automatic overs. Denver may be another one because they're not even trying to play defense. Somebody gave me the line this morning on Bostonian versus the book with Peralt. They texted me before. The new defense is a fast offense in the NBA. You're just trying to literally score 135. There's no buckle down. Let's play defense. Let's limit them to 100 points. Fuck that.
Especially early
Chuck
in
it
the
from
season.
3. Right? Yeah. So be careful betting this NBA this early in the season. Yeah. NCAA football, we got a couple big games this week. Tennessee's Kentucky is hosting Kentucky. Penn State is hosting Ohio State, and the line is 15.5. That's terrible for Penn State fans. I'm sorry, people, but I think they're going to get blown the hell out.
Yep.
We addressed all of that on 8 in the Box, me and B. Howe and Neuby. We did that show. That's out earlier. Subscribe to that. Those videos are also posted on the YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, Cash Consideration Podcast, or subscribe directly to that podcast if you like the college football deep dive, which we don't do on here. But what we do deep dive here on is the NFL. And wow, let's do the quick recap. The Panthers blow out the Buccaneers. I mean, what the fuck? You want to talk about nobody knowing shit? The odds makers made them 9, and people bet them. A little bit late.
Yeah, it's just a little.
That's fine. That's fine. Stay with the program here. You don't know it's coming, so it's hard to get me to say it unless I give you the motion. Get ready, push the button. I'm going to swear. But they were 9 at Pittsburgh and lost. So you go to Carolina, you make them bigger favorites, and everybody's on them. Rhombus's, parallelograms, Public, Joe, Schmuck, everybody's on them. They don't even score a touchdown, CH. What the hell was that? You want to talk about broken? It's not just your man's broken. That whole Tampa Bay Buccaneers looks broken, no?
Yeah, they are. They are broken. That's too bad. Neuby says
it's a shame.
It's a shame.
That's a shame. Yeah, the whole team is broken. I think honestly, this all started when Arians retired, and they went with the wrong guy to be the coach. Right. They should have gone to left. I think they should have gone to Leftwich as the coach, and they went with Bowles. Bowles, I think, had a deer in the headlights look on his face the entire time he was a coach. Granted, it was with the JETS, but I think that's where it all went downhill. They got a defensive coach, and Leftwich should have been named coach. And honestly, that guy, the quarterback, should have probably stayed retired.
Man, oh man.
I think I don't even honestly. I think it's less physical limitations. Like, yeah, I think we started seeing even last year, some struggles to get the ball downfield for someone who will not be named because I have a quota that I'm trying to stay under for cash chings. Right. But I think it's less physical and more these linemen don't trust the guy. And it's crazy to say a guy with his tenure and all the championship success that he's had, I think, when you don't show up on Saturday morning for the walkthrough, which really you don't learn anything in the walkthrough. You don't help yourself win on Sunday, but you go to a wedding the night before, and then your team is all sitting in a locker room or sitting in a meeting room, and they're looking around saying, "Where's this guy at?" And then on Sunday, he's the same guy telling you you're not doing your job well enough. Right away, the offensive linemen are doing a big, we'll say you need to, stunad, what you gonna do? So I think there's a lack of respect felt by Mr. Brady's, and I'll give him an honorary cha-ching right there. I think there's a lack of respect for his teammates, and I think it's kind of going both ways. I think that's more than any physical limitations, because he's still smart enough to be able to put himself in advantageous positions. I just think the team and him have a real disconnect right now.
Right.
We don't really ever do the Thursday
wedding he went to. The wedding he went to was for the owner of his former team.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And what the fuck is Robert Kraft doing getting married in football season, by the way? Like, you're an owner of a team. Like, what are we doing getting married on Fridays?
He had to lock her up before somebody else grabbed her. That's got to be what it was.
You're right. Don't want to undrafted free agent situation.
Plus, Peralt told me he had Elton John on the hook.
Oh, he had him all.
He said he would do his wedding, and the only day. The only day that Elton could do it was that day. So he said, "Fuck it, honey, we're getting married on Friday in football season."
Now Brady's going out like a candle in the wind.
Nice. Very nice.
Save that for when we get to the Jacksonville-Denver game, would you?
Roger that.
Right.
Roger that.
Yeah. Roger. Saturday nights for fighting. And
Saturday morning's not for showing up to meetings, apparently.
Right. And well, what about Thursday? We never really picked the game. But is Tampa, they're 1-point favorites now, fellas.
It just flipped earlier today.
It just flipped, So for anyone that gets this today or early morning Thursday, Tampa's got to get right this game, right? This is the game they win, right?
You would think so. I mean, you would think.
I think so.
How come the line flipped, but there's still all kinds of bets on Baltimore? That's the thing that's wild to me.
But it's a good number. Yeah,
it is. It was a good number when Baltimore was 1.5. I mean, it's both of these teams have to get right. Baltimore got lucky last week winning that game.
Oh, man, that's a whole nother thing. That didn't make the recap up. Jesus. I mean, the NFL is really, really, it's hard. It is tough from week to week. Commanders beat the Packers. Seriously? And the Jets beat the Broncos, which we all kind of said, still don't understand what Russ is doing. And Russ wasn't playing, so, everybody, that's better. Wasn't better. That offense stinks in Denver. But Commanders at home against the Packers said take the points, whatever we did. We'll go back. We'll get the recap here in a second. But, I mean, CH, it's a great question. Does anybody know shit?
No. We're having a tremendous couple of weeks here. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes. The four of us have had a great couple of weeks, but I'll tell you, my DraftKings account keeps telling me that I don't know shit because I am not hitting anything.
Are these sportsbooks sending those? Are they sending notifications like that now? They say you don't know shit. Here's $50.
They probably should.
Here's a free bet, dickhead.
I used to have to drive to the casino 2 hours to go to the casino. It was easier for me to send a check to the Pequod Indian tribe from home than it was to drive all the way down there and just leave the money. So I feel like that's what's going on in the NFL right now. You don't know who had Washington beating the Packers last week.
I think I picked it on the show.
Beating them outright.
I think I called for it outright. I think grab the tape. I think I did.
Yeah,
I think
called.
So.
No, I'm not.
It was Heineke. Remember, I was all Heineke.
Yeah, same.
I was all Heineke.
Loved it. Right.
I think the Colts are going to beat their ass this week for what it's worth.
Well, we'll get to the games here. 1 second. We got to mention against the spread. Giants and Falcons 6-1. The Bucks, the Packers, the Saints, Jacksonville, the Colts, and the Panthers are all 2-5. Against the spread. There's more mediocrity and more bad teams against the spread, which is great for business for the books. The books are having a tremendous season so far. There's been 7 weeks, right, in the NFL. It's 6-1. Yep. It's 6-1 for the books. The public and the people have won basically 1 week, which it's going to turn because the bad teams will eventually start to play the bad teams and the good teams will show themselves. there's really not that many good teams. In the AFC, it's Buffalo and Kansas City. In the NFC, I don't know who the fuck is good. Seriously, other than the Eagles and the Giants, really. And you can make a case for Dallas. There's nobody else. That's it. So,
Yeah.
all right, Week 8 games. CH, what is the tally up schedule, or for our picks in the last week?
Yeah, so last week Dave led the way. Dave's hot
He's
right
crushing
now.
it.
Dave is hot. Dave went 5-2 last week. I
Hello.
actually went over 500 for the
Let's
first
go,
time in a couple of weeks.
CH.
Yes.
So me and Yanitsi went 4-3, and Neuby cooled off just a little bit at 3-4. But more importantly, 1-0 in the unanimous picks last week to put us over 500 for the year. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Whew. Since
Wow.
Yanitsi come, we don't miss with these unanimous picks. So now
Exactly.
we're going to have to text Yanitsi,
boy.
and then we'll have to put out on Twitter if he will agree with any of the unanimous picks we have on the show today.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
I know.
But
his Jets won again, so that was good. What else do you got there on this list here?
And the other big thing is the last 3 weeks, the four of us are combined 20 games over 500, that's a pretty big number. And 4-0 on unanimous picks. So for all of you who have been fading us, don't fade us no more.
Might be
We're
time
back.
to turn. Right? Yeah. Well, that's good. If you missed that fade, too bad. Hopefully you've been riding with it. That's pretty good. 54 and 34 over the last 3 weeks is no joke. That's really good. All right, let's do it, boys. Let's go. We got the games. CH has the formula. He has the hashtags. He makes the list. We're going to run them down in order as they appear on my rundown. First game is Jacksonville is now -2.5. The total is 39 against Denver, but the game is in London at Wembley Stadium. I'll go first. You can't fucking make me take Denver for nothing. I don't give a shit. There is no chance I'm taking Denver. I don't want to hear about this good defense. I don't want to hear about Russ and let's ride and all that other bullshit. Give me Jacksonville -2.5. This is their de facto home game. They go over there and win when they go to London. It's only 2.5. Give it to me. I'm laying it. Neuby, you're next.
Yeah, I'm with you. I said it the other week. There's no way you can get me on this Denver team. Russell Wilson is so weird. Keep eating your Subway sandwiches. He's so uncomfortable. He's so uncomfortable. And now he's doing Pilates on the plane. Like, congratulations, man. Enjoy losing to Jacksonville. Here's the thing for me in this one is, do we have any faith in Nathaniel Hackett to not only prepare for a game, but navigate the challenges of going overseas to play a game? Doug Peterson, he's gone to London and he's won against the Jacksonville Jaguars as a Eagles coach. So I have less than no faith. I saw this reports that Hackett, this is his potential last game if they don't win. When you're in a must win, it's because you ain't fucking good. Laying it with Jacksonville 2.5.
Yeah, CH, pressure out of the gate, but there's only 3 of us, so consensus pick becomes a 3-team parlay, essentially. Ooh. Jacksonville -2.5 over Denver. The total's 39. It's another under game. The Denver team's under. It's pretty simple, but you laying or taking in the game?
Well, first of all, I think I'm worried about Hackett taking another flight home because I don't think he's going to be on the team charter to come home from London.
Cheerio.
Yeah, pip cheerio. You might get a little vacation while you're over there. Enjoy the sights while you're there because this is going to be the last game, I think, for him. And we're going to make the first one out of the gate unanimous. We're all taking Jacksonville on this.
Wow. The team who we just told you 5 seconds ago, they're 2-5 against the spread. We're all laying it with them as favorites. There you go.
That's all right. All right. What are we doing? All right. Well, the second game, man, this one's hard. This is tough because, the Eagles are undefeated, and they're hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're laying 10.5. The total's 43. Now, the Steelers coming off the cover against the Dolphins, game they could have arguably won. The Eagles coming off a bye. Now, when Andy Reid was in Philadelphia, it was just print the ticket, punch the ticket. It was a guarantee that they just come off the bye and win. Kind of took that show on the road and went to Kansas City. He kind of does the same thing. But Sirianni, Eagles, rolling. 2 PA guys, 1 Boston guy. So, CH, you got to start us off. Layin or Takin 10.5 in the Keystone State battle in the NFL?
So I think, first of all, there's got to be some kind of little wager between you guys. I'll let you guys sort that out. But
That's fine.
I got to lay the points here. I don't know if Wilson Pickett's playing or Kenny Pickett's playing or Mitch Trubisky. I still don't. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I think the Eagles coming off a bye, a good team, staring at 17-0, then Pittsburgh's not going to be the team that's going to knock them off. And I think they're going to rout this game. So I'll lay.
All right. I'll take the heat off you, Neuby. I'll go next. I'm going to take the points. And the only reason why is the defense. The total's 43. I think Eagles' first half is good. I think you could play Eagles' first half, and they're going to cover that because they're the best second quarter team in football, and it ain't even close. Now, the problem is that the adjustments that the Steelers make usually is nothing. They don't do shit when they have to adjust. This could end up being a blowout. I'll take the points with the Steelers plus 10.5. What are you doing, and are you going to be at the game?
So I don't think I'm gonna be there this Sunday. I'm going down to Delaware. There's like this crazy wrestling tournament that me and my buddies are going to. It's called the Tournament of Death. And these dudes like completely like fight in like a backyard, and it's like all you can drink beer, all this stuff. So that's on Saturday in Delaware. I'm gonna be so flippin' hungover. There's no way I'm making it for a 1:00 game between the Eagles and the Steelers. I'm gonna be all Tournament of Death up. What's up, CH?
Well, isn't there a baseball game that night?
Yeah, so it's during the day. So it's going to be, and then we're going to go somewhere at night to watch the baseball game.
The Tournament of Death is during the day.
Yeah. So we're going to get banged up, and then we're going to go and watch the Phils somewhere else is the plan.
Right.
So I already got it all planned out, CH. I appreciate the concern. You have my back. That's why I love you.
Looking out for you, man.
That's why I love you, CH. So back to this actual game, now that you know my whole entire weekend. Follow along, Newbie Talks on Twitter. The crazy thing is last year, Eagles came out of the bye. Their bye week was week 14. Auspiciously, they came out of the bye against Washington. They were 10-point favorites. So a situation that they were in last year, they won by 10 points. It was a push. The Eagles coming out of the bye the first week after Sirianni. I'm with Dave. The bet in this game, take the Eagles in the first half. I've already bet it myself.
That is a good bet.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely, I really love that play. Eagles team first to score, any of that stuff. I love that one. I gotta take the points, Dave. Simply because this is supposed to be the spot if the Eagles are going to come out like pancakes, if they're going to come out flat. This is the spot that they're going to do it. Does it happen? I don't know. We've been waiting for that other shoe to drop, and the Eagles have answered the bell every time. They added Robert Quinn. I don't know if he's going to be playing or not. I don't know how much difference that makes because Kenny Pickett's going to throw another interception and then another interception and then another interception, regardless who's pass rushing. And I'll take the 10.5. And it's I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles won by margin, but Steelers, they like to keep it close.
We have a guy who listens to the show Bostonian versus the Book, Justin from Vermont, who's one of 125 left in the Circus Survivor for $6 million.
Wow.
And he reached out and he gave us his teams that he picked. He still has the Eagles. He still has, let's see, I wrote them down right here. He still has some really good teams left, but he had to decide. He's saving Buffalo for the Thanksgiving Day game. So his decision this week was the Eagles or the Cowboys.
I like the Cowboys.
The two biggest spreads.
Yeah.
Who would you pick if you had one game to decide to move on for $6 million? Eagles or Cowboys, boys?
CH, what are you thinking?
Jesus, the Cowboys are playing the Bears, and the fucking Bears knocked me out of my 14th annual Survivor pool this week that I've never won. I've hosted the goddamn pool for 14 years.
Worst.
14 years, I haven't won.
You got to be chasing people for picks.
Oh, it's terrible. No, I don't do that anymore. If you don't make your pick, you're out. Fuck you. You
You're
should
out.
have
That
made
was
your
me
pick.
last
Not
year.
my fault.
That's it, yeah. That's why I didn't enter it, because I knew I would forget to make the pick.
Yeah, Chicago came here, and Dallas is better than the. Oh God, I just said that out loud. Dallas is better than the Patriots. I would take Dallas over
I'm
Philadelphia
with
this
CH.
week.
I would take Dallas. I am in a Survivor pool, and that's my pick for this week.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Only because I would hate this be the week with the coming
Where it's
off
the
the
flat
bye that the
spot.
Eagles are flat, right? And the Steelers are competitive enough where they could fucking go win this game 17-14 or 21-17 or some bullshit, and then you're sick because it's a bad thing. But it's cool that
I'd
he's in
actually
it.
take the Falcons if he's got them. I'd take the Falcons over Carolina.
Oh,
He
wow,
hasn't taken the Falcons yet. There's no way.
He has not
Over
used
Carolina?
the Falcons. Wow.
I used the Falcons in week 2, and I still alive.
And
I don't
survived.
know. Yeah, I don't know what the
This
hell
guy
I was
Justin
thinking.
used Baltimore, Denver, Cincy, Green Bay, Minnesota, the Rams, and the Vegas Raiders. Three teams with a losing record. He survived.
Used Raiders last week. Yeah.
So yeah,
You know what he needs to do? He needs to not listen to us. Is what he needs to do. He's doing just
Eagles.
fine by himself.
That's it, right? Exactly. I hate to be blamed for that shit. All right. Next game is the New England Patriots. They go to the Jets. They're -2.5. Yanitzi's not here to tell us that the Jets are going to win, which he has told us now for 3 weeks in a row. And the total in the game's 40.5. Right before the show, we got the Mac news. Mac's going to play. Okay. The line moved from 1.5 right before we were going to start the Mac news game, and now it's 2.5. That's better. I saw the game Monday night. It did look better when he was playing. So, Noobs, you're first here out of the box. You laying or taking New England, a road favorite at the Jets after losing their running back and all this other stuff, -2.5. What are you doing?
Been spending most our lives living in the teaser's paradise. The milk corner wants to fuck your wife, living in the teaser's paradise.
You gotta take Zach Wilson up, baby. I mean, look at this total. They're rolling. I do think New England wins the game, though. Full disclosure, I'm sorry if you've been living with us in teaser paradise because you're living in a teaser fucking shanty town. Because, dear God, betting teasers has been god-awful. Maybe that's Coolio's way of getting back to me. He's doing his own little chinks. He's like, quit using my song, man. I'm going to take the New York Jets up to, we're at 2.5, right? Don't want to get accused of making wrong lines.
2.5.
8.5. We'll have another leg for you a little bit later, but I'm going to lay it, CH, with New England. I think they get right in this game.
All right. Well, I'll go second because it's CH's team. So I'm going to take the points. I'm riding the Jets until they lose. I don't give a shit. Yanitzi came and, in the text and said, well, I'm not going to be on the show. That means the Jets by 1 million or the Patriots by 1 million.
Fair.
So he's already excited for CH that he's not here to put it on and say that the Jets are going to win. This should be the game after that Monday night performance. Like, they don't lose 2 in a row under Bill usually. But they have 2 quarterbacks, but they don't have one. So I'll take the Jets. CH, Layin, taking 2.5 Patriots.
Yeah, I Googled to see if CBS was going to have a sky cam in play because
it's the best defender on the field.
It is the best defender on the field. If you can knock down a pass that's going into the stands and turn it into an interception, that's pretty important.
Pretty good.
It was like the friggin' Zapruder film today. I was watching that thing 100 times. I still don't know if it hit the wire or not.
Right.
Doesn't matter. This is going to be, Matt came back after 3 weeks off, after not practicing a lot with an ankle injury. He's still a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not one of the greats. He's a mid-tier, top 20 maybe quarterback.
Second-year quarterback in the league.
He's a second-year quarterback.
Right.
And what does Wilson do against Bill Belichick? He sees fucking ghosts, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to lay him here. Of course, Homer with the fucking Super Bowl champions hat and the Bill Belichick style sweatshirt.
Looks good.
Yeah.
It does
look good.
It's ripped. People should watch the show on the Cash Considerations podcast YouTube. All right, lay it.
Surprise.
Next game, Seattle's -3 at the Giants. The Giants, let's check the notes. 6-1 against the spread. They're 6-1 straight up. The Giants are in the playoffs as the season ended today. Nobody saw that one coming. Well, maybe some Rambus and parallelograms had him over. But my goodness gracious, they're catching 3 at Seattle. 45's the total. I guess I'll go last because I haven't gone last. So we'll go back to UCH. Start us off. -3. Seattle Seahawks leading the NFC West right now. Tied for the lead in the NFC West. Seattle Seahawks -3. Later taken.
Just like we all said, Seattle's going to win the division, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Roll the tape.
Go back, check the tape. Yeah, go back.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I got to ride the Giants until they show me that they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they're catching 3 here. I get it's on the road and the whole 12th man and blah, 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 and Gino and blah, 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 blah. Give me the points.
Noobs, what are you doing? Layin or Takin?
If you asked me this a week ago, before I watched the Seattle Seahawks just absolutely dismantle the Chargers. I mean, I don't think this is just like the joke, like, ha, 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 Geno Smith is, MVP candidate. Like, the Seattle Seahawks might be legitimately good. And I feel like in the same breath, I should say the same about the Giants, but I've watched the Giants play. You look at the stats, like, they are a bad team who is winning games in spite of being bad. Reason being, because Dable is one hell of a coach. But you know who else is one hell of a coach? Pete Carroll. I'm laying it with Seattle. I'm kind of going the opposite of CH. I'm going to keep fading this Giants train because I keep losing my ass on them. I'm going to fade him again this week, and then I got to come on here and talk about how I was wrong and blah, blah, blah. I'm laying the 3.
Yep. I feel like it was against the world last week, at least in the content space and the rhombuses and the parallelograms. They all had Jacksonville, and I was like, nah, we're taking the Giants. We're taking the points.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm not going to do it this week. This one feels like I am going to do it this week. The one thing that Seahawks don't do is stop the run. The only thing that the Giants do good on offense is run the football.
Good point.
So I think it will come down to that turnover or 2 or 3. And Gino has been keeping receipts and all the stuff he's been doing. He's been playing great.
Can't write him back.
Nobody's writing back. And the Giants aren't writing back after this week. And they're going to go across the country. They're going to win the game outright. +3 is good. If it's a field goal game, it falls 3. We all push. We haven't had a push yet, which is crazy to say. Oh, we have had a couple pushes yet?
Yeah, I think in week 1. I just took it out of the records because I don't have my spreadsheet doesn't count ties, so fuck that.
Oh yeah, okay, fuck that. We
no
don't
participation
ties,
trophies on the cash.
Yeah, we don't. It can legitimately be a push. I'll take the points. Now this next game, this one has me fucking stymied. I'll go first. This is a conundrum. This is definitely not a salutation.
No.
Okay, San Francisco -1.5 at the Rams. What the hell happened to the Niners? They got CMC, and they looked like SHIT. That was no good. All right. They got housed. That Kansas City's still scoring right now. And now they're laying points at the Rams, which, again, I cannot figure out who the Rams are. But I know this. Doesn't the Rams, there's a circle of life in the NFC West. One team owns this team, owns that team, and this owns it. The Rams own the Niners, do they not? I think that's the thing. And what's his name? The coach's name? He owns them. Rams plus the points, 1.5. So it's +1.5. Yeah, McVay. McVay owns the Niners. A lot of people have been telling me that the Niners are going to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. Keep that one in the back pocket. I don't see it myself, but there's a lot of times in the book when I didn't see shit, and then it happened. So I don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to tell them that the Eagles are probably going to be the NFC representative. Nice one. Rams, money line, +1.5. Neuby, you're next.
Dave, I don't know what the hell to do with this game. Both of these teams are supposed to be really good, but they kind of suck. I feel like what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for all the over money to keep on coming in, and I'm going to swoop in on the under before game time. It's 43.5 right now. So I'm betting under in this game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get a little bit better of a number on it. 49ers earlier, October 3rd, beat the shit out of the Rams, 24-9. I think that had a little bit something to do with maybe still the injuries. I don't know. What did you do in this one, Dave? You took the points?
Oh, McVay or what's his name? Kyle Shanahan owns McVay. I think
I
that's
think
the
they're
circle
both.
of life.
One of them has really good hair. The other one runs the ball like his dad and wears flat brims. You probably picked the guy who has the flat brim because
No, I picked the Rams. I did.
Right.
I picked the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams too. I would not bet
Okay.
this game
All right.
other than the under, CH. But I'm taking the Rams because Dave took it, and I want to put you on the hot seat.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm on the hot seat, but I'm not. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. This is not a game that I'm going to make unanimous. I think that they have a shiny new toy in CMC. Yeah. They only had 2 days to get him ready. Now he's had a whole week to get ready and see what CMC can do. I think this could be a coming out party for him. So this could, if this is a big day for McCaffrey coming out of the backfield, running the ball, catching the ball, this could be very easily a rout for the 49ers.
Yep.
Wow.
That said, McCaffrey could do shit. He could tweak a hammy in the first quarter, and you don't see it again.
Might be more likely.
I'm still going to lay the points, even though I've laid the points in the first 4 games so far.
Eating the chalk.
His game props are going to be insane. Like this would be one of those ones in the book where we'd be like, "Holy shit! I hope he doesn't get this. I hope he doesn't score. I hope he doesn't catch too many passes," because everybody's betting those props over.
Good point.
Speaking of over, I don't know if Green Bay's season is over, but man, it is. Is that Sunday night? That's the Sunday night game? Holy shit. Buffalo -11 at home off a bye, right? They're off a bye. Buffalo didn't play last week, I think.
Off a bye.
Yeah. Off a bye, -11 against Green Bay. The total's 47.5. Noobs, you're first. Ralph Michaels put out a great trend today about these teams that have been favored and then lost, and then the third game they cover at like a 67% clip. I mean, points, plus, minus,
Dave,
what are you doing?
I'll make it easy. I'll take the points simply because you shouldn't take the points. You know what I mean? Like everything in this matchup tells you Green Bay has no chance. You know, and it's just going to be the public dog too. But I don't know how public it's going to be because people are still laying points with Buffalo. So, you know, every stat's going to be it's the first time you're ever getting double digits with Aaron Rodgers, blah, 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 blah. Right. There's no reason why you should take any bet on Green Bay, and that's why I'm going to do it. It makes no sense. It also makes no sense that the Bears won. It made no sense, you know, that the Panthers won getting double digits. You're giving me double digits with Mr. Ayahuasca. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'll take the Green Bay Packers.
NFL dogs were, I believe, 10-5 against the spread. Oh, no, that was last week. That was the week before. Hold on. I got the stats right here. I can't fucking find them. Hold on. I got these great stats, and I did all this stuff.
See?
Favorites went 8-4 straight up, but 6-6 against the spread. On the season, dogs are 58, 44, and 3 against the spread. That's 57%. 57%. You're giving me 11.5 points. CH, what are you doing with this game? I'll go last this time. You taking or laying? 11.
I feel like I'd say I don't know before every fucking pick I give.
This week it is. This week it is.
So hard.
Yeah.
I know it's early, right? It's Wednesday afternoon Vegas time as we do this. 84% of the money is on Buffalo right now, which that's a lot of money early in the week. And Green Bay, I just see fucking Green Bay. I see Aaron Rodgers laying on the ground with his face down in the turf. Like, I can't believe what my life has become. Yeah. Game's in Buffalo.
Yes.
It's in
Sunday
Buffalo
night.
because it's in Buffalo and it's Sunday night, and those fucking Wahoos are going to be out in that parking lot at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. What are they called? The Mafia?
Yeah, Bills Mafia.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm taking Buffalo. If this was in Green Bay, I might have a different opinion, but I'm taking Buffalo and laying the points.
I'm taking the points. There's no reason why. Neuby summed it up for me. There's absolutely no reason why to take the points, so I'm taking the points because of fall 10. Green Bay's not going there and winning. Green Bay saves their season if they go there and win. They're not going there and beating Buffalo. Buffalo is the most elite team. The guys that do this for real, taking bets and stuff, their power ratings on Buffalo are the best like somebody told me this is the best team in 15 years based on their power ratings. They're that much.
Whoa. Hold on a second here. Hold on one second.
Since the Patriots, I believe he said 2005 or 2007. How many 15 years ago?
2007, probably. The Randy Moss year. Yeah, probably.
That was it. Yes. Yeah. He said there ain't a team that's been this much better than everybody else. Fair enough. But this is too many points. Plus, they got the Jets on deck next week. So for whatever that's worth, you'll hear about all the look-ahead spot bullshit that is completely nonsense. So I'll take Green Bay plus the points. Last game, how this game got on Monday night, who the fuck knows? Like, it's Halloween. And this is definitely a trick. It's not a treat, all right? But it's Cincinnati is at Cleveland. Yeah, I worked on that all day. Thanks.
That was well done.
It's 3.5. The Bengals. All right. At Cleveland, 47 is the total. Cincy's going to win that division. Cincy
Good point.
may be the other team that can get in the mix for the AFC Championship. That's not Buffalo or Kansas City. They may get
like
back
the last couple weeks,
right? Depending how they get back. They ain't going to Cleveland and lose. I don't give a shit. You're supposed to take the points, the home dog. I'll go first. Give me Cincy minus 3.5. Keep it simple, stupid. CH, you're next. 3.5. Layin or Takin?
So I am a chalk-eating motherfucker this week. I am taking the favorites 1-7. I am eating it like crazy. You know what? That means it's going to be – this is going to be the – Neuby's – no, what's Neuby going to get? He said he's got a prop. I can't imagine what he's going to bring back to the table. This is like you going to find your hats.
Yeah, what do you do?
It's CH's favorite. It's CH's favorite meal.
Down there in the
I got a chalkboard
studio.
down here because I draw plays and shit down here in the basement. So I got a chalkboard.
Drawing plays.
Yeah, I don't mess around.
So that's something we're going to have to dissect at some point. What plays are you drawing up? Don't tell me it's a fucking Philly special either. I don't want to hear it.
CH. It'll be for another. Maybe I'll save that for a Carl's Corner. What the fuck does Neuby do in his free time? Because it's a goddamn war zone.
Anyway, I'm taking. I didn't. I was stretching my time out, waiting for you to come back.
CH is becoming a professional.
Hey, it's almost 2 fucking years I've been doing this. I know a little bit about what I'm doing.
That's true.
I'm laying the points. I'm laying the points in all 7 games. I'm going to parlay them. I'm going to tease them, and I'm going to go broke, but I'm going to do it. God damn it.
God damn.
Love that.
Bama Mafia is going to have a field day with that one. Where Scotty, all these people that listen to the show, CH is laying chalk on all 7 games of our Run and Shoot 7 that we break down here every single week on the Cash Considerations podcast. Noobs, that would make it a consensus play if you come with Cincinnati. You laying or taking?
It's just another manic Monday. Yeah, baby. That actually is, I think, a Bengals song. Here's the thing. Here's the thing is, man, divisional dogs, right? You got to take the points. You have to take the points. It's a profitable endeavor. Just take division dogs. Unless that division dog is coached by Kevin Stefanski. Since he joined the league in 2020, dead last in the NFL, 4-11 against the spread are the Cleveland Browns in divisional games. During that same time period, tied for number 1, Cincinnati, 9-5, 64.3% against the spread, covering the spread by about 2 points per game in that one. Give me the Bengals all day long, CH. It's a hazy shade of winter.
Wow.
Let's go.
Coming up with this stuff.
Let's go. That's 2 unanimous picks this week.
And 2 actual Bengals songs. So I'm moving on up. I'm moving
on up. That's tremendous. All right. Well, those are the picks. We got all the actual info we need. Now we got to go to that place that we go to every single week. Neuby, take us there.
Gladly, Dave. It's time for Carl's Corner. I know what he's doing over there. He's eating chalk. You sick son of a gun. What do we got today in Carl's Corner? Take it away, Mr. Hascall.
Seriously, I got to get you to record my outgoing voicemail message.
Glad
I really
for
didn't
you. And
do
for you,
that with
I'll only charge $300 because I'm nice like that, you know?
Really?
Wow.
What a guy. You're
It's
all right.
it's a nice save.
Jeez. Did you get your own freaking Cameo account now? You doing like
Yeah,
that? Come
Oh,
on.
that's
I got an
good.
OnlyFans. I
Well, yeah.
started my own.
So I
actually
have to
got
tell you
approached about the Cameo thing for the show. We would
really?
set up a cash
Wow.
consideration podcast Cameo, and they get to pick which one of us
Oh, dude,
would
that
actually
would be
do the
that would be
grading.
stellar.
And I
Do
was
it.
like,
I'll do
I'm
it
gonna
for
run this
50
by
cents
the
a
boys.
piece.
I would literally pay just to have CH be like, "Oh, it's your birthday. That's a shame. Too bad." Like I would pay for that.
Yeah.
I would
Go
pay.
on.
Tom
fun.
Brady doesn't care. There you go.
Good.
That could
I
be
said
a lot
that's
of fun.
actually a really good
It
idea.
actually is a good
So,
idea.
If anybody
Way
wants
better
to
than
steal
the
that,
OnlyFans idea.
steal
Way,
it. Yeah.
way better.
Right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're not doing the OnlyFans. No.
We're not
I
doing
might.
the
If
OnlyFans.
if I get Phillies tickets, I might. I don't know.
I have to say, I don't remember if I said this on the show last week or not, but now that it's dark out when we're recording, because it's only 6 here and it's pitch fucking black out. But
Yeah.
my neighbor walks by and he sees me with the light on in here, and every week he texts me and he says, "Are you doing your OnlyFans in there?"
Maybe one day.
Pretty
Maybe
funny.
one day.
Did you listen
Maybe
to the
one
show?
day.
I haven't listened to the fucking show.
No,
What's his
he
name?
listens to the show. It's
Oh.
Josh. He does very well over there. He's the one with the tickets I sent you guys a couple of weeks
All
ago.
right. Maybe I should listen to the show.
Anyhow, Carl's Corner, because we're an over show. So, last Halloween we did candy, right?
Yep.
Neuby talked about his Take Fives, which I went and had one the next day, and I
They
still don't
fucking
get pretzels and candy. I don't get it.
It slaps.
Dave, I don't remember what yours was. What was your candy? Was it M&M's?
Oh,
Was it peanut M&M's or
Snickers,
something?
Snickers and M&M's. Snickers and peanut
Snickers
M&M's
M&Ms.
pie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Top-notch.
mine was the
Number one.
almond Snickers. But this week
Yeah.
we're going to go with scariest or best horror / Halloween / scary movie. I have one that scared the shit out of me, but I want to go last. I want to go Neuby. You're the movie guy.
Oh yeah.
We haven't
are
done the movie review for a while because let's be
haven't.
honest, other than Marvel movies, what movies have been out? None.
Not too many,
So-
not good ones.
Yeah, exactly. Neuby, what's your favorite or scariest Halloween movie?
I'll be honest with you, CH. I love horror movies. One that fucked me up. Holy, I did not sleep for a week. Like, I can do scary stuff. I can do the jump scares, the slasher, the gore. None of that bothers me. When you throw in the devil and possession, where people are getting fucking demons sucked into their body,
Yeah,
The
no good.
Exorcist fucked me
Oh,
up,
for life.
dude. Because I was
life.
like a little kid and like I thought it was real. I was literally like I didn't want to go to sleep because I thought that I was gonna get possessed by a demon. Little did I already know I already was a demon, so I can't be possessed by one if I am the host. The Exorcist, which is hindsight still scares the shit out of me. I can't watch it. It's an incredible movie. First ever horror film that was nominated for an Oscar. Incredible performance by Linda Blair, but that one scared the absolute piss out of me. I will say I am a huge fan, CH, and they're scary movies of the Scary Movie franchise, where they like spoof all of the different scary movies. The first one is just a masterclass in comedy. Like they get worse as they go on, but that's the one where they spoof Scream, and at the end they spoof The Usual Suspects, where Officer Doofy stops walking with a little limp. So it's kind of a lame cop-out answer because it's a comedy, CH. But Scary Movie is one that I can put in and watch anytime. Absolutely love that one.
Oh, I got to tell you, The Exorcist, man, I didn't see that until I was well into my 30s.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking
and
about it.
scared the
That
shit out of me.
scared the piss out of me.
Yeah, when she does the upside down crab walk thing, fuck that. Here's an idea. Move out of the house. Leave her behind.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
I think
See you,
they had
Linda.
other kids, right? Didn't they have other kids? I mean, so you screwed up with one. You took the other one.
The only
Jesus.
Linda I like is the one that works over at Circa. That's the only one.
There you go. Shout out to LME, right? All right, Dave. I feel like every time I introduce you in this segment, I say we're the same generation. I'm afraid you're going to take my stuff, but I'm going to let you go ahead of me because I've got a couple here. So what scared the shit out of you?
Because when I was little, I saw The Shining, and it scared the fuck out of me.
Great movie.
And I was done because I was a little kid, and I was like, why am I watching this? And then I never watched scary movies again. I don't like scary movies. I fucking hate them. But I saw The Exorcist as a mid-teen or in my 20s, and this is beyond fucked up. And I realized I don't want to ever watch scary movies ever again. So I don't watch them. The kids are starting to watch them and all this shit, and they know not to even bother me. But one scary movie, this brought up a great thought in my head. When I lived in Curacao back in 97 and 98, there was one movie theater on the island, and all I wanted was some popcorn at the movies. And I finally had some time off to go see a movie, and I didn't even care what the movie was. I didn't even know because I walked into like an auditorium. There wasn't like signs. You paid somebody cash and you went to see a movie. So I paid them the guilders and I went with the girls from the office, and this movie starts in 1997, and it's fucking Scream 2. There were two moments in that movie that I didn't know one thing. I lost 1997 and 98 are kind of lost. I had to come back in time when I moved back to the United States and catch up on all the movies and shit because I love movies, but I didn't watch anything because all I did was work. But I went there and I jumped the first time that something happened. And I almost choked out this girl, Soraya, because she brought me to the movies with the other girls from the office. I said, why did you bring me to this scary movie? I didn't know it was a scary movie. But like 2 minutes in, made me jump. I almost left the movie theater, but I had the popcorn. So I suffered through it. So that one, for me, I believe it was Scream 2. We might have seen a double feature. It might have been both 1 and 2. But that was the one that did it for me. That's the last scary movie. I didn't see none of the Friday the 13th. I ain't seen none of that shit. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, all that shit. I missed them all. I didn't see none of them. So I hope I didn't take away you with the Scream, but that's all I got.
All right, so I'm going to give you two. My first one isn't actually a movie. It was actually I went to my mom's friend worked in a dinner theater. And as a kid, I was like 11, 12 years old, and he would bring me once in a while, and I'd sit in the audience, and you can eat, and you can watch the play. And one of the ones he brought me to was Dracula. And they did the first half of the show, and then it was intermission, and they brought food and shit out for everybody. And then they dropped all the lights down, and they started the second act, and with a fucking spotlight shining down right behind me, Dracula appeared right behind me in the fucking theater and scared the ever-living shit out of me. I was like 11 or 12. It was a total setup. They definitely set it up. Scared the shit out of me, and I haven't seen any Dracula movies since then.
Oh, fuck that.
But
fuck that guy.
The movie that got me, though, and Dave, you just touched on it, Freddy Krueger. Man,
because then you can't
he
sleep.
gets you in your sleep. He gets you in your sleep. I slept with the light on, and I saw that movie when I was probably 15. So call me a big, whatever you want to call me, big baby.
Right,
we'll keep it clean. I slept with the light on for a month after I saw that movie. And I say slept, and I think I have quotation fingers up when I say slept, because I couldn't sleep, because he was coming to get me every fucking night in my dreams. Scared that shit out of me for forever. Of course, the next year I did go and see the second one and relive the whole thing. But that was the one for me. Freddy Krueger scared the shit out of me, man. And that's it. Now the only thing that scares me is what's going on in my corner.
And that's right, CH. No standing invites to the corner for Freddy Krueger. Stay the fuck out of the corner, Freddy. That does it for Carl's Corner, and it's time for what you've been waiting for. And for that, we send it back to Dave. Take it away, Mr. Consigliere.
It's so good. And you guys listen to the show. I hope you enjoy it as much as we do, because we don't even know. Literally, it's one email is the show prep, and then it just goes. And every time Neuby pushes the button, I know I'm on the edge of my seat, let alone Carl's on the edge of his seat, waiting to see what's going to come out. And then on the way back to take a minute every single week, it's where's he going with what shot in recovery from the whole thing. It's just too good. All right, boys, take a minute segment. It's been good. It's been just, wide ranging every single week for I mean, like CH said, a couple years now we've been doing the show. It's hard to believe, But in celebration of, your 76th show, Neuby, you'll go second. CH, lead us off with your Take a Minute segment, sir. You're at WUPCH on the Twitter. The coordinating producer, social media manager, email guy, and now he's an editor of the show, cutting graphics and putting them out on the Twitter at Cash Consid Show on the Twitter. Doing it all. Take your minutes, sir. 3, 2, 1.
So 2 things, as always. First thing is the quick one.
Always.
Sometimes you get to go see something really cool in person. And this week, myself and somebody that's pretty close to me got to go see Adam Sandler do stand-up in his hometown for the first time. For the first time ever. He had never done stand-up in his hometown of Manchester, New Hampshire. He banged out the stadium. There were 8,000 people there. He had Rob Schneider open for him. His mom was there. We all sang happy birthday. And he was nervous as fuck doing a home game like that. It was awesome. So shout out to the Sandman. What a great show it was.
Incredible.
But second, I'm wearing the Patriots Super Bowl champions hat here to remind myself that it's only been a couple of years since they won after that debacle the other night. But more importantly, I'm wearing the cutoff hoodie with, I got the Patriots with the hood cut off. There's holes in this thing. I look like Belichick after he's been in the bunker for 4 days.
Yes.
And I want to say to the media, stop asking this guy for information. It's been 20 fucking years. He's not going to tell you what the game plan is. He's not going to tell you who the quarterback is. He's not going to tell you anything. He's going to say, well, we're going to do what's best for the team. That's his stock answer. Stop asking him shit. He's not going to tell you anything. If you ask him about the 1949 Detroit Lions defensive front, he will break that down for fucking hours. Ask him who the quarterback's going to be on Sunday. He's not going to tell you. So just stop asking. That's my minute.
I love it. I love it. That's a good note to keep in mind. But it's almost become his press conference has almost become like that, where you see the clips of him saying the same shit every week in a different thing, and that's what he does. So, and nobody's listening anyway. But people are listening to the show. Hit the subscribe button while you're doing it, please. But nobody's listening. Neuby, you're next. He's at Neuby Talks on the Twitter. Dan Alexander, a.k.a. Newbert, the executive producer of this show. Again, the host of the Over and Back Lacrosse show that's on hold right now. Lacrosse Playground reached out to me via DM, by the way. Apparently a Pittsburgh guy talking about some other stuff. I don't know what that means, but I know what it means now. If you're watching the video, you know what it means too. Neuby just told me. So, your Take a Minute segment starts in 3. He ain't watching the show. Don't worry about it. 3, 2, 1.
So first things first, CH, I saw Adam Sandler and Hershey. He is incredible live. I'm so happy you got to see him, and having him in his home stadium too probably made it that much more electric. He is awesome. Secondly, I forgot to mention It, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. The original one, terrific. The updated version scared the absolute hell out of me. It's a terrific film. But I'm going to use the remaining moments in my Take a Minute to just say, I get it. You guys tried for a long time to Neuby, why don't you just watch some baseball? It's fun. It's enjoyable. The season's so long would be what I would gripe back with. There's not as much excitement as what I would gripe back with until this little run happened for the Phillies. And I have watched more baseball during this run because when they did it in 2008, I was in high school, I was playing football, all this other stuff. Now I'm sitting there watching my dad and I, side by side, watching these games, jumping up and down on the fucking couch. That is what makes baseball incredible. And I apologize. I now get it. I'm a baseball guy right alongside with you guys. So when we talk baseball, I'm not going to be checking my phone anymore. I'm not going to be saying I don't even know who's in what division. I'm going to study all summer long to be alongside my baseball guys here. And how deep am I in it, CH? I'll go back to what I said in 8 in the box. Harper, most bases, plus 900. That's my bet for the World Series. I'm not taking the series price. I'm not taking anything. And CH, you'll be proud of this. I was looking, why would this be a good bet? because Bryce Harper, if you look at all the players who are in the games, has been racking up bases at a clip. The thing is, you would think Jordan Alvarez, he's hitting all kinds of homers. He's the odds-on favorite. It's mispriced, CH. The guy who's getting the most bases for that team across the way, Houston, is Bregman. He's had 22 bases, 7 games, so he's getting 3.1 a game. His on-base percentage, .375. If you look at Bryce Harper, he's played in 11 games. He's had 39 total bases. That's 3.5 bases a game, .444 on-base percentage. Take it, plus 900, and we're dancing on our own. I'm a baseball guy. Let's go. And that's my take a minute, David. It feels good. It feels good to join you guys.
I got goosebumps. I'm tearing the fuck up. This is so exciting.
Let's go.
Holy shit. That's a take a minute for the ages right there. The musical bed underneath. We might have to start doing that. We just got to watch the copyright shit. We can't get in trouble. But that was really, really good. Fuck it. Fuck the copyright stuff. I ain't worried about it. Sean, if you're worried about it, sorry. Email me because you ain't calling me. You listen to the show. You're calling me right now. We're doing the show.
We're doing the show.
Again, 2 weeks in a row. He's calling in the middle of the show.
2 weeks in a row.
Sean, 2 to 4 every fucking Wednesday. Don't call.
Or sometimes at night.
Please.
Or sometimes whenever we can.
Well, if we're going to do it at night, I'll
and
tell you.
sometimes on Thursday.
2 to 4? Well, no, we're doing it every Wednesday. Stick to the Wednesday thing. All right. That was outstanding. Great take a minute. All right. I'll keep mine brief because we are an over show, right? What does that guy say every week?
This is an over show, boys.
God damn right it is. Every single week we're an over show. And holy shit, panning up? Are you guys panning up? I'm not panning up.
No, don't pan up. You have a good,
holy shit. Wow, that was
both
amazing.
Did it at the same time.
That was outstanding. Yeah, we used to do that every week. AB used to do that with the overplay. So my take a minute is going to be kind of quick, just like that. So Saturday night, I'm upstairs and I'm watching a Penn State game, but I'm watching a baseball game exclusively, and then I'm keeping an eye on the Penn State game. And then it started to happen, and the Phillies started coming back. And I said, "Fuck it." I'm recording the football game. I'm not even paying any attention to it again. I'm dialed in. I'm watching the baseball. And when the Phillies tied it up 4-4, there was an audible scream from downstairs, and I was like, oh, they're watching the game. This is great because not all the time are the girls in the house and, Jess, and they're watching the game, but they're watching the game. Great. I'll go watch the game with them. Then Soto homers and stuff. And I was like, all right, I can't believe that just happened. And then the Phillies tied at 6-6. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I hear them going crazy downstairs, like watching. I want to go watch the game with the kids. So I go downstairs. Commercial break, wait for the inning to end. I go downstairs. I walk downstairs, and my oldest daughter, Kylie, big consig, goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was going to come down and watch the game." And she, "Get back upstairs. They just came back. They just tied it up. Get the hell back upstairs. They're going to win this game." And I'm like, "But I want to watch the game." Get the hell upstairs.
Well done.
You know the rules. It's baseball, bro. I'm
Kids
like,
know.
shit, you're right. I said, you're fucking right. I'll go back upstairs. So I grabbed a drink and I went back upstairs and we celebrated on 2 different levels of the same house as the Phillies came back. This house has become a Philadelphia house in Vegas. We're all in on the Phillies. We were last year in Reading standing on the field with Bryson Stott at a baseball game. And now he's starting at shortstop in game 1 of the World Series. You want to talk about knowing shit? Nobody knows shit. That's the show. Go Phillies. Baseball bro. Neuby the baseball guy. CH the baseball guy. Dave Sharapan the baseball guy. This has been the Cash Considerations Podcast. We'll talk to you guys next week. It might be over by then. Can't wait.